All right, guys, here's 3 apps that I use to take my Instagram account from 0 followers to over 30,000. Now, the first app is actually going to be a website, and it's a free-to-use website called snapinsta.app. Now, generally speaking, when you're first starting out and you're trying to grow on Instagram as fast as possible, one of the biggest tools that you have at your disposal is the ability to repost content. Here's the thing, is it takes time to create your own content, find out what kind of content works on your page. So one of the most popular things to do if you're trying to grow on Instagram as fast as possible is to repost other people's content. And that's exactly what this website is gonna allow you to do. With this website, you just copy the link of a post, you enter it into the website, and it's gonna allow you to download that video or that photo. And there are alternatives that you can use to this. There's another website I've used called igram.io. But either way, this is gonna help you to constantly be full of content to use on your page. So once again, that URL is snapinsta.app. And if you're gonna repost with this, all you need is the link from Instagram. But I do recommend that you add credit under the post in the caption to who you got it from. I also recommend that you actually get permission first from the person you're reposting from before you repost. Now, the second app that I've used, and this one will actually help you to make your own content, is called Canva. Now, Canva is a service that's gonna let you bounce back and forth between your phone and your computer. But it's a service that's gonna allow you to do photo editing, graphic design, and even a little bit of video editing, and make it look super good without a lot of design knowledge. And that's mostly because Canva has a really good user interface. So even if you've never done graphic design work in the past, it's gonna be super easy for you to drag and drop stuff and know exactly where you're at and what you're doing. And you combine that with the fact that they've got thousands of custom templates, and it makes it super easy to make good content on the fly wherever you're at. I kind of realize that it sounds like I'm trying to sell you on Canva, like I'm sponsored by them or something, but I'm not. This is just something that I've used, that I do use still, and that I recommend. And I just want to say that there are 2 versions of it. There's a free version, and then there's a paid version that's about, I think, $12 a month. I do have the paid version, but I recommend that you start with that free version and see what you can get out of that free version. If you feel like, man, this is a great app and I want a little bit more functionality, then go for that paid version. But I do recommend that you just start off with that free version, see how much you like it. Because on the real, this is one of the most popular apps for creators on Instagram for a reason. Eventually, you gotta make your own content on Instagram, and when you do, it's nice to have an app that's gonna help you do it quickly and for pretty cheap. So far I've given you 2 apps that have to do with content. One is with reposting content, and one is with making your own. But this third app is for something a little bit different, but still just as important, and that's removing ghost followers. Now, just so we're all on the same page, a ghost follower is a follower of your page that no longer engages with any of your content. A ghost follower, for all intents and purposes, is dead to your page in the algorithm. A ghost follower is really just another term for an inactive follower. So what that means is we can really give your page a better opportunity at rapid growth by just identifying and removing some of these ghost followers from your page. And that's where this third app comes into play. Now, historically, the app that I've used to identify my ghost followers so that I can remove them is this app called the Analyzer Plus app. And what this app would do is it would go through your list of followers, and then it would go through your recent posts and figure out of all of his followers, which ones are not liking and commenting on his posts. And then it would compile a list for you of those people that aren't engaging, and that would be your ghost followers that you could go and remove yourself. Now, recently I had some subscribers come to me and say, hey man, I'm not able to find this app. I don't know if it's an Apple Android thing or what's going on, but I can't find this app in my app store. So what I want to bring to you guys today, even though this is a top 3 apps that got me to 30,000 list, is a better alternative than this app for identifying your ghost followers. Now, this Analyzer Plus app that I used to use was cheap and was effective, but I found one big glaring problem with it. And that's that the app required your login information to go and scrub to find your ghost followers. Now, for an app to require your password and then go through your followers to tell you who's your engaged followers and who's not is a violation of Instagram's terms of service. So every once in a while with this app, if you were using it too much, Instagram would notify you, hey, we see unusual login activity and we see some stuff that looks suspicious. And they would slap me on the wrist and give me a warning. And the thing about that is if you collect too many warnings for unusual logins like that, your account could get shut down. And so after about 2 of those warnings, I started taking it really seriously. I was like, yo, I need to quit being dumb and find a better way to identify my ghost followers. But the thing is, that app was fairly effective when my page was smaller, and it was pretty cheap. It was like $30 for a year of being able to find out who my ghost followers were. So if I was gonna find out an alternative, it needed to be something that was still pretty cheap and still pretty accurate. And the best option that I found that meets these criteria and that won't get your account banned is to hire somebody on Fiverr. If you go on Fiverr and you type in identify ghost followers Instagram, you're gonna find a whole list of people that will scrape through your Instagram for you and find all of your inactive followers and put them in a list for you. And most of these guys are not gonna require your login information, so you're not gonna have to worry about getting your account banned. If they do want your login information, don't hire them. And one of the cool things about finding this service on Fiverr is that most of these guys will charge you based on how many followers you have. So if you're new to Instagram, you don't have a lot of money to play with, and your page is still smaller, you'll pay less than somebody who has 1 million followers. And I don't want to pretend that every seller on Fiverr is going to provide the most accurate ghost follower identification service, because there are some who will and there are some who won't. But it's up to you to do your own research to find out which one has the best reviews, which one is the highest level seller, which one do I trust the most, and am I willing to take a risk for the cost? Either way, I think that this is the best middle of the road approach to take if you don't want to spend $500 or $1,000 for a super high-end ghost follower removal service.